Jesus began his ministry of spreading the gospel, he called disciples. The Gospels list the names of the 12 that Jesus chose: Peter, Andrew, James, John, Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, Matthew, James the son of Alphaeus, Simon, Thaddeus, and Judas Iscariot. However, Jesus also sent out 70 disciples to preach the gospel, and many women followed him. Considering this, the number of Jesus' disciples must have been far greater than 12. Jesus lived with his disciples for many years, preaching the gospel, answering people's questions, and healing the sick. Although the disciples made many mistakes and disappointed him several times because of their own preconceived notions, Jesus stayed with them until the very end. Matthew chapters 5 through 7 describe Jesus' preaching on the mountain. But before Jesus began his message, there were many who had come closer than the crowd to hear him. They were his disciples. After Jesus preached on the mountain and healed the sick, one of his disciples said to him, "Jesus, my father has died. I will go and bury him, and then I will follow you." Whether in the past or present, funerals for the dead, especially those of parents, are extremely important. But Jesus answered his disciple, "Let the dead bury their own dead, but you follow me." While burying a funeral is certainly important, following Jesus is even more important. So he was saying, "Come with me." The Bible doesn't tell us what choice the disciple made. However, someone listening a few steps behind might have felt a little disappointed. Just moments ago, Jesus had said something completely different to him. This man loved the words Jesus spoke. He was a lawyer who was confident enough to memorize the entire Old Testament. But Jesus' words not only resonated with him, they were even more amazing and profound. So just a moment ago, this lawyer had told Jesus that he wanted to learn more of his words and follow him. "Jesus, wherever you go, I will follow you." But Jesus says something very vague. "Foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but I have nowhere to lay my head." It's as if Jesus himself is saying, "I don't know where I'm going, so how can you follow me?" But in other words, he was saying, "I don't want you to follow me." What do you think? When the lawyer said he wanted to follow him, Jesus said no. But to his disciple, he says, "Come with me no matter what." Doesn't this clearly show how Jesus thinks of his disciples and how much he cares for them? Everyone, if we follow Jesus and become his disciples, Jesus will surely care for us and want to be with us even more. Even when we make mistakes and fail, he will hold us, raise us up, and tell us to try again. So let's pray today like this: "Jesus, call me your disciple."